I'm working on a different project that involves reference to the song Silver Machine by Hawkwind, so I read up on it. It's a very influential piece of space rock. I'm not into it as a track, I'm just using it for a particular thing, but I learned about it and about how its lyrics are meant as kind of satirical. So it goes like, I just took a ride in a silver machine and I'm still feeling mean. It sounds like he's got a really cool vehicle. Do you want to ride? See yourself going by the other side of the sky. I got a silver machine. Now the other side of the sky, that's something pretty far away. I don't know exactly what he's referring to, but it's starting to sound kind of sci-fi, and the silver does help with that. It flies sideways through time. I think that makes it a time machine. It's electric and it goes to the stars. It's clean, and that's all it is. It's a simple song, not many words to it. But here's the lyricist Robert Calvert, describing what he meant by the song. He alludes to the French satirist Alfred Jarry, and he opines that an essay he wrote called How to Construct a Time Machine was actually describing a bicycle, so it was a kind of sci-fi satire. I can't confirm whether that was Alfred's intention, but he loved his bicycle and he was quite silly. So I think he would have enjoyed describing a bicycle in a sci-fi way, and Calvert states that he intended to do the same with the song. Except he's not done that. Now, Calvert was really struggling with his mental health at the time. I'm not trying to shame him for anything. It's just a silly little song. It wasn't necessarily meant to be a big hit. It probably wasn't gonna be until they got Lemmy in on vocals. But if this is meant to be a Trojan horse song where you think you're hearing about a spaceship, a time machine, but you're actually hearing about a bicycle, then it just doesn't stack up. It's such a simple lyrical concept. This is kind of similar to what I described in my video on Monster by Fred Schneider. Like, it sets out with a really simple premise, but then it doesn't maintain it despite how few words the song has. So he just took a ride in a silver machine. Now, I can believe that the bicycle is silver, at least in color, maybe in material, but he says he's in it. You don't go in a bicycle. I can suspend my disbelief for that one if it's backed up by some later references to, like, wheels. But he just forgets to give any references that are specific to bicycles. It's insufficient as a satirical song. There's lots of songs where people think it's about something and it's not about that, but you can actually read the lyrics and see how it's not about that. He offers someone a ride as if they can be his passenger, but you know, bicycles generally only support one person. I guess you could cram someone else on, but it's kind of dangerous. There are better songs about how much you love your bicycle. I just think it's funny that Calvert commented on how nobody got what he meant by the song. But, like, the blame's entirely on him because he didn't put what he meant by the song into the song. Fred Schneider kinda did the same, but Fred seems very open to the whimsy of, like, stream of consciousness. There's probably other examples of songs where someone meant something by it and then didn't put enough detail in the lyrics to communicate that, so tell me some in the comments if you can think of any. He didn't owe us an explanation. It's not a bad song because it's vague, it's a bad song because it's covered in that really annoying phaser effect. And its musical content is so dumbassed. It's kind of out of tune with itself. That's not going to please the people who clicked this video because they saw which song it's about. Maybe I should be more like those "Why This Song Sucks" guys and openly invite a viewership full of contempt. He says it flies sideways through time to your zodiac sign. Bikes don't do that, and there's not a clever way of arguing that bikes do that. Just as a lyric, it doesn't stand up to analysis. With so few words, with so little to the song, you'd think he'd actually describe something that bikes do, but in a context that glamorizes it. That's a good, fun idea for a satirical song. But no, instead of that, he went and invented the genre of space rock. If he'd actually seen his claimed intention out, he could have instead invented velocipedal rock, but in disguise as space rock. People not getting satire isn't always on the audience, like maybe the author is just bad at it. Double entendre songs are not rare and not that difficult. It just takes writing about something sincerely but slyly using language that suggests you're talking about something else. That's what he intended to do and he forgot to do.